My lovely earth signs, welcome to your June 2025 monthly reading. I know I've been gone for quite some time on my channel, guys. I will be doing a video on just letting you guys know where I've been and what's been going on for me and why I had to take a break from my channel for a while. And now that I'm back, I feel better. I feel lighter. I feel ready. And those of you who've been sticking it out with me through the years, I greatly appreciate you. I value you to no end. And thank you for the love and support. Alrighty, so for my Virgos, my Taurus, and my Capricorns, what is the crowning energy for you for June 2025? Well, I have to tell you, all of my element readings have been really, really good. Like, a lot of good things are coming for all the signs, I feel. All right, one more thing, guys, before I forget. I will be posting videos starting next weekend. 6 on Saturday, 6 on Sunday for the individual signs. And depending on the most likes, the most shares, the most comments, the subscribers, and all of that will depend on which ones get done first. So it could change week to week. Okay, so if Saturday your sign's not up, it'll be up on Sunday of starting next week, guys. Okay, I'm going to try and do some videos for you in between then. Maybe collective videos, maybe more element sign videos, but that could change. If you weren't first on next Saturday, well, if your video gets the most views, the most likes, the most comments, then you may be on Saturday the following week. Okay, so let's just see where it goes. Go with the flow, right? So we have the cosmic ruby. And this is about, for me, the ruby is when we start at the root chakra, the base chakra. That's our fight or flight chakra. That's our belief system that we grew up with, right? That's where the root, okay? That's why it's called the root chakra, is where we get to the root of our problems, right? Or our patterns or our healing work, whatever you want to call it, right? It's getting down and ripping out those roots, okay? That's what makes you become this golden light by fanning your inner light and allowing it to shine brighter and brighter. For some of you, you may really feel like you have to be the peacemaker in everything, okay? And that's something to look at, okay? That's something to meditate on, that root chakra, and ask, why do I feel like I have to be the peacemaker in everything? Okay? Because let's face it, none of us, right, can be the peacemaker in everything, because not everyone believes like we believe. Not everyone agrees, right, with us. We all have different opinions. It's about respecting those opinions, right? And then there's just some you just, need to surrender to and be like, yeah, okay, I'm good. It's like, yeah, no, I've had enough of that, right? Practice opening yourself up to the mystery of life, right? You don't always have to be the peacemaker. Maybe it's time for you to allow peace in, right? Maybe it's time for you to allow inner peace in. Because look at this beautiful golden wing unicorn. right? By getting to the root of why you feel like you need to be the peacemaker, or why you feel like you have to be the one that's always giving, why you feel like it has to be you. And then maybe when you need something back, you're not getting it because it's not balanced. It's not an even give and take. Right now, is it always 50-50? No. Right? Sometimes when we're really sick, we can't give 100% of ourselves. We can't even give 30% of ourselves. And that's when we receive the help, receive the nurturing, right? But if we only have people that take in our lives, right? Or we always feel like we need to keep the peace, so we keep our words to ourselves, we keep our feelings to ourselves, right? There's a reason why you do that. And I feel like Spirit is asking you, it's time to get to the root of that. And always stay focused on your goal. Happy home, happy life, a family, finding that house you've always wanted to own, right? For some of you, it could be a house on a mountain, a beautiful old farmhouse type of feeling is what I get from this. Just finding a place that you feel is home. Like you just know, it just fits. It just is. Right? It just is. Focus on your vision. Seek satisfaction and contentment. Be happy right where you are right now. That's all you got to do. Is just be happy where you are right now. Shower of blessings. A lot of you have gifts that are coming into you, financial growth that is coming into you. Why? Because you've allowed yourself to be open. So by allowing yourself to be open and getting to the root, okay, of this, why do you always have to be a peacemaker, right? You're realizing things, right? You're realizing, why am I the one always giving? Why am I the one that's, even if you're very supportive, right? Where is the support back when you need support, right? There's something there to be said about that, okay? Open yourself to receive, and the blessings that come in will make you be able to give. So for some of you, you could be getting a financial windfall, okay? You could be getting gifts all of a sudden from people. They're wanting to give you random gifts. Pay it forward. I've done that. There's been occasions in my life where I'm going through a toll booth, right? One that's not Easy Pass. And I'm going through a toll booth and the car in front of me has paid for my toll. So then I take the money that I was going to pay for that toll and I give it to the toll booth attendant and say, please give it to the car behind me. That's paying it forward. Okay. At work, right? Perfect example for me. At my job, every Christmas, Thanksgiving, we can either get a turkey or we can get a ham. I have a small family. I don't need this huge ham, but I get a big ham every year. And I take that ham and I bring it down to not the food pantry, but there's a place that feeds like the poor, the homeless, the whatever. And I just give it to them. And they always say to me, do you want a receipt for your taxes? Do you want, and I say, no, I'm just simply paying it forward. It was given to me. I can't eat all of this. So I'd rather it feed a number of people and go to a good cause, right? There's something there about that. You know, doesn't matter how big or how little you give, you just give, right? You receive, you pay it forward. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Clear messages, please, for my earth signs, my Virgos, my Capricorns, and my Taurus people. Wow, that was a lot just in that crown reading. Whew. It was a lot. Alrighty. Breathe in, breathe out. In, breathe out. Oh, that's better. Alrighty. For my earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, what is the message regarding the crowning energy? What is the message regarding the crowning energy? We have the Nine of Swords, the World card. That's good. We have the Seven of Wands, standing up for your beliefs. Setting strong boundaries are important. Something that may be keeping you up at night, your thoughts could be swirling in your head right now. Some of you may be not being able to have well-rested sleep because something like your thoughts are either keeping you up at night. Some of you may be having like night terrors, or could be hearing something that wakes you up in the night. Whatever that mindset is, whatever it is for you, okay, that cycle is ending. Okay, and you are going in a new direction, but you're gonna have to stand up for yourself. You're gonna have to set clear boundaries. You have the Knight of Wands. This changes fast. The Knight of Wands comes in fast, you know, comes in like a whirlwind. So all of a sudden, you could be up in your head and it feels like a whirlwind. It came out of nowhere, right? But it's about standing up for your beliefs, defending yourself, setting clear boundaries, right? Because this energy doesn't last for long. The Knight of Wands is like he's in, he's out. And it's right below the Nine of Swords. So the thoughts are there, right? The night terrors are there. The things that go bump in the night are there, and then they're gone, right? And they may be gone because you may have a ritual prayer that you say, right? I know I do when I have things enter my dream state, or I have this dark energy holding me down and I feel like I can't move. I instantly recite in my head, God's white light protects me both day and night. And by the time I say it the third time, the energy dissipates and disappears. Okay, it's something like that. Comes in fast, leaves fast. But you have to defend yourself. Okay, you have to set clear boundaries. Some of you could have dream premonitions. I know people that have a dream and then the next day or two, You're like, oh my God, I dreamt about that the other night. I can't believe it's happening now, right? That's a special gift, but you still need to protect yourself as you're going into your dream state. Every night when I go to sleep, I invite my guides in. I invite my angels in. I invite my loved ones in. And then I ask Archangel Michael to encase me in a beautiful white protection of God's loving energy to protect me from the dark things that may want to enter my dream realm, right? Because if you believe in the light, you got to believe in the dark, right? As above, so below, right? Right, left, up, down. There's a balance always. And have you ever noticed north, south, east, and west, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit? Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yeah, that's the right way. Sorry, right? If you look at the synchronicities, okay, in life, and really dive into religious beliefs, you'll see how all these things are relevant to what you're going through. Okay, there's something around that. I have to tell you, I've been speaking a lot in these readings about getting clarity from spirit, opening up to your gifts, standing up for yourself, setting those strong boundaries, going in a brand new direction. The World card in this deck has the Fool dead in the center, right? For some of you, you're not going to be anybody's fool anymore. You're standing up for yourself. You're setting your boundaries. You're going in a new direction, following your passions, allowing your creativity to come in, go out. Come in, go out. Let the ideas come. Okay, let the ideas come. I just want to make sure that my light's still green. Alrighty, what else do you have for my air signs? The Empress. There you go. You're definitely going in a new direction. The birth of something new, birthing new life, birthing your inner child. Yeah, people are not going to like the direction you're going in. I'm giving you a heads up right now. Okay, there's going to be people that fight back. There's going to be people who try to overstep your boundaries. They're not going to respect your boundaries. And this is a birth of a whole new way of you doing things. Okay, the Empress in this deck, she's holding that beautiful light. Now, what is that beautiful light? Well, it could be a gift of a pregnancy. It could be you holding your infant self. I know I did that in the very beginning of my healing work. When I did my deepest dive of all back in the end of 2018, I think it was, and healed that inner child, right? People don't like that. They like keeping you under control. They like being able to overstep your boundaries. They like the fact that you're a peace ambassador, so you don't speak up for yourself. Because, don't want to ruffle the water, right? Don't want to upset the cart. Was it the apple cart or whatever it is, right? So for years, for some of you, it's been years that you've kept quiet, that you haven't stood up for yourself because you were afraid of conflict. You were afraid of not being seen for who you are, not being accepted, not being valued, not being respected. But now that you have a birth of a whole new cycle to go in a whole new direction, people aren't going to like that. But it's up to us to follow our passion. It's up to us to follow our dreams. And no one else. Palace of Coins. There you go. Follow your dreams, because you are about to have a beautiful, solid, grounded, financially set. I mean, there's mushrooms in this. For some of you, you might do mushroom rituals. No judgment. I believe in plant magic. I do. Some of you might have a deep connection with the earth, because I see animals being drawn to you. I see mushrooms. Okay, so I see something, and I'm just going to say it. Somebody watching this might love gummy bears, because I see like this little, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll hold it up to the camera. Hopefully it'll focus in. But right by that deer, can you see that little, what looks like, I don't know, like a little, it looks like a gummy bear to me. So some of you might like gummy bears. Some of you might like, oh my gosh, what are those flowers? Not just tulips. What are those flowers? Hyacinthus? Yeah, that's the name of them. It's those first purple flowers that come out in the spring, not the violets, but the ones that come up on a stem. I think they're called hyacinthus. I always have a difficult time saying that. There's like a couple of different animals that I see that I can't quite make out what they are. Could be a squirrel, could be a chipmunk. I don't know. But it's like everything you touch going forward turns to gold. So you are going to have that happy life, that happy home. It's like creating your kingdom. Oh, and look at that. I didn't even see that. There's an owl. There's an owl up in that tree. Do you see that? Hopefully the focus is in. The focusing in. That might be meaningful to somebody. You're the wiser one. You've gained the wisdom. Yeah, look at that. The star. The star. You have healed. You are becoming the star of your own story. But the Palace of Coins, man, that's having it all. That's having financial bliss. That's, really having that happy home life. It's really counting your blessings, right? And just seeing the sun showering down upon you all the time. Those darkest nights, with the 9 of Swords here, those darkest nights, getting to the root of those dark wounds is what birthed the new you. Right? You don't become the Empress by not doing the dark night of the soul work. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. I don't care who you are. Okay? Sooner or later, Pandora's box is going to open. And it's whether you want to face it and be done with it, or you try and shut that box because why? You don't want to say anything. Why? Because of fear. Right? You have a golden opportunity. I mean, you have the palace of coins. You have the star, and then you have a golden opportunity. For some of you, you're going to feel stronger than you've ever felt in your life. Right? Feeling stronger than you ever have in your life is going to bring in this opportunity. Okay, so let's see. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords here for my Earth signs? Okay. We have the Chariot and we have the Queen of Cups. That right there for me on top of the Nine of Swords is doing the work. Taking action, being in connection with your feelings, with your emotions, allows you to bring a cycle to an end in your life. Okay? What is the World card? This is why I love it when Spirit just confirms everything that I say. Ten of Swords. Being stabbed in the back multiple times, being taken advantage of multiple times, being hurt multiple times. That's in the end. Right? This could be around a love relationship, because you have the Lovers here and you have the Five of Cups. Don't regret love. Okay? I don't regret. I've been in 3 significant relationships in my life. And I don't regret any of them because I grew from each one of them. The one I did the most healing work in, the most growth in, was the ending of my last relationship. So now I know I'm ready for real love, for a deep connected love. I'm open to receive. I put out there exactly what I want. And now I'm open to receive that. Because I know all the red flags now. I've learned, even with my last partner, was the most significant healing that I've done. With each partner, I felt one was better than the previous. So I kept growing towards what I wanted. But the last partner I had, it was like a tower. It, just like came out of nowhere. I was literally in this black tornado of energy that was pushing me literally out the door. Okay, now whether there was some black magic done on their side, because they knew people who dealt in like magic spells or whatever, or it was just simply Spirit saying, listen, you need to go. This is not healthy for you. This is not what we intend for you. This is not what you intended for yourself. And so out the door I went. But it was like out of nowhere. Like within like 3 weeks, all this happened. And it was very hurtful. It was very painful. And that's why I stopped and I said, okay, I have to really dive deep and find out, why am I attracting these type of partners? Why do I attract emotionally and mentally abusive partners? Why do I attract a narcissist? Why? And it's through that healing and those inner child wounds that I was able to become the Empress. I was able to hold that inner child at one point and tell that inner child, I will not ever abandon you. I will nurture you. I will feed you. I will keep you warm. I will love you unconditionally. With all of your faults, all of your beauty, all of your amazement, I will be there for you through it all. And I mean, tears flowed when I did this. I mean, this is powerful if you allow yourself to open up to this. Okay? This is whatever this situation is that you have to put boundaries up, that you have to defend your beliefs and how you feel. Okay? That clears the way for everything else. Okay? So why is the Five of Wands here, Spirit? Why is the Five of Wands here? Look at that. It's two flipped right over. Because here you go. You got the Queen of Wands and you have the Palace of Wands. That's a lot of fire. That's a lot of anger. Okay? The Queen of Wands, she's a great leader. She really is. She's very passionate about what she does. But, and it's a big but, she can also be very angry. And you put that alongside the Palace of Wands, that's a lot of fire. So yeah, people are not going to be happy. Some of you could have a female energy that's not going to be happy with what you have to say. Whether it be mother, sister, friend, whatever it is. Okay? But it has to happen in order to transform the energy. Okay, that's what brings in this Palace of Coins, the Star, the Ace of Coins. Okay, so what is the Ace of Pentacles? What is this opportunity? Beautiful, beautiful. It's a new day. The opportunity is coming in from out of the cold. Not allowing the devil, right? Not allowing the devil to control you anymore. The toxic energy to control you anymore. Now you choose what you accept, because to me that's what the Seven of Cups is. What you accept and what you don't accept. What you value and what you need to get rid of. Right? Because in most card decks, the Seven of Cups shows multiple things. You know, it shows the Two of Swords. You're no longer deciding to be blinded. You're no longer deciding to keep your feelings to yourself. The Snake, right? You're no longer deciding that you don't want to shed the old. You want to shed the old. You want the new grown and evolved you. You don't want the slithery snakes, right? You don't want that. You want the abundance. You want, for some of you, Christmas is a very special holiday for you. For others of you, and somebody could actually be eating an orange right now, but for others of you, it's like going to orange groves, apple groves, doing the picking apples, picking oranges thing. Those are what you want to open yourself up to. Doing joyous things, doing fun things. And that's what you're getting to choose now. What you will accept and what you won't accept. What's going to fill your cup and what's time to pour out and let go and let it go down the drain. So let me try and get a timing card for you guys. For my lovely, lovely earth signs. For my lovely, lovely earth signs. Timing card, please. When is all this unfolding? When is all this unfolding? Timing card, please. Judgment. Anytime. Anytime. This is happening anytime in the month of June. From the time you watch this video to any time in the month of June, this is going to happen. So guys, please, if this resonated for you, if you like my readings, please hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, subscribe, click on the bell for all notifications. And until next time, guys, from my heart to yours, love, light, and blessings. Be well. Take care.